Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in with today's poster who wanted to know how to make that classic superhero landing, and I'm going to show you how. First of all, you got to grab all your assets, and they will include your caricature. It could be yourself, your family friend, or something off the internet like this. You know who she is, doing the nice landing on the ground pose. First off, with cutting out your caricature, you can use the magic tool here, which picks out a certain amount of any particular single color. So if I set this down low, like at 10, the tolerance at 10%, what happens is this. I go like this and I hit delete, and you see that the edges are really not looking so good along the hair. So that doesn't work. Let's go ahead and do a higher number, like at 100. Now we're going to have the opposite problem. As you can see right here, and I hit delete, it cut out way too much. So sometimes the magic tool is just not the right tool for this. In that case, what we're going to do is we're going to actually just use an eraser and use a soft brush. And I'm going to do a 5-point here, and it's really small, and it's going to take a little bit of while, but this will be the best way to erase. And just go ahead and erase right along the edge of my image. And it's okay if it cuts in a little bit, because what the audience doesn't know, they won't miss. So after we erase the edges, all we have to do is retrace that edge that we erased with a polygon tool so that we can cut it all out. So we'll just grab the polygon tool, and instead of lasso, choose polygon, and start at one edge and literally just go through the whole process one more time. So now I just did the bottom section here just so that you can see. When I hit delete, that takes out the whole section much cleaner than the using the magic tool. Now we'll do this side, and then we'll do the right side. And start off with this bottom edge here and go boom, boom. Once we get down to this corner, we double click, which closes the whole gap. In the polygon tool, hit delete, and it deletes that portion. Now let's do the last portion here. Now we get to the end of here, and this first portion of the tutorial, and there we go. We got the person ready to go. Next, you're going to need some sort of cracking, and you could build these from scratch, or you could find these on the internet, and they're just kind of basically either JPEGs or PNGs. And I just grab the magic tool here and set the tolerance to, I don't know, let's say about 50%, and I hit delete, and it deletes just about everything that I need. And I'll just go ahead and separate these like that, delete those separately, these little pieces, and that's pretty much all you have to do. Then we're going to go ahead and grab a piece of rocks, which is going to be those flying pieces of rocks. And I basically grabbed a piece of asphalt that was cracked, and you can see here on the side all the different layers that I cut out, and all those are these layers. But you probably want to do enough to do this whole thing here, because you want about 20 or 30 pieces that you could put all over the place. So I literally just grabbed them out using the polygon tool, and I went like this. Here, I'll show you one really quick. And I'm just going to go down here and grab this middle one. So I'll just kind of go like this. Boom, 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 boom. Right click, hit copy. When I turn off the background, you'll see I just created this new little rock piece. So all these are separatable, and they're all individual pieces. Unless you can find it already made on the internet, these will really work out pretty well. Next, we're going to get our clouds that we can use to make it look like smoke, and you can find these on PNG sites. Just do a Google search. Finally, let's get us our background. I just went ahead and grabbed this inadvertently, found it on the internet, and I just stretched the sides here to make it look give us a little more space on the front edge here for our image. So before we bring our character into the background, let's go ahead and bring in the cracks first. So we're going to grab the cracks that we got as a PNG, and we're going to bring that right in. We want to resize We can resize it just by doing that. Make it as big or small as we want. And let's try that right around there. We'll place it over here, and voila. And we like this here. Now let's go ahead and go back and grab our caricature, bring her in, and she's going to come in a little bit too small. Grab the little corners here, make her a little bit bigger like that, and we're going to place her to where we like her, and we like her right about there. Next, we want to bring in some rocks. So we got our set of rocks over here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of them and bring them in. And as you can see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. You'll see that all the rocks are, I had pre-placed these rocks already. And you just have to move them around until they look nice. I set two different sets of rocks. I have a front and a back. The reason I want to do the back is I'm going to pull these behind her, and you'll see they disappear partially behind her. And there we go. It's starting to look pretty good. Now, what about her looking like she's flying in? Let's go ahead and make a copy of her caricature. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the layer, hit OK. I'm going to turn off the bottom layer and work on the top layer. Let's go to Filter, go to Blur, go to Motion Blur. This opens up a new dialog box here. Now, we want the angle not to be 0 because 0 is sideways. So let's do, I don't know, like 90. That gives us up and down. Here's the distance, and I'm going to make the distance and watch what happens to the picture. Ooh, look at that. That looks awesome. Let's go ahead and turn the back one on, like right around here, and this will give us some real movement going on here. And I'm actually going to stretch this like this, so it really gives us nice movement. And we can always just make the opacity a little bit less later. Next, what we want to do is let's go ahead and add some clouds. We got two sets of clouds. We got the right set here and the left set here, and these were also just PNG clouds. And we want these to look like smoke. So let's first put a set of smoke in front of her. So right around there. Then, because we want this really to be subtle, I'm going to take the opacity and bring it down almost to where you don't notice it. Once we got our forward smoke, let's go ahead and grab some smoke and take it behind her. So we're going to put it almost in the same place, a little bit thicker. Okay, so we like that, but the problem is it's covering her. So let's take that and put that one behind both characters here. And once we got the smoke where we want it, all we got to do is back out a little bit and take the opacity of that smoke and play around with it a little bit. 50%. That looks great. Now what we want to do is, all we're missing really is going to be her shadow, because if she was standing here and she's doing all this powerful stuff, she's got to have a dark shadow underneath so it looks like she's really there. So let's go ahead and create a blank layer beneath her. I'm going to grab a black color and grab a brush, and this is going to be really simple. It's all we got to do is just make a big, and I'm just going to just boom, 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 and that's pretty much it. All there is to it. All we got to do now is just take this clouds and get rid of a little bit down here. Just go boom, and that will give us a little more darkness. And finally, we just take the opacity of our dark shadow and just lessen it a little bit so we can still see some of the rocks underneath. That looks good. And now what looks unnatural is going to be these front rocks here. So what I want to do is I'm going to darken them. So I'm going to stay on that layer, grab the polygon tool, and I'm just going to grab those and separate the actual layer by grabbing the ones that I want to make darker, which is just these down here. Like that. I can right click and hit cut. That makes a new layer. I can grab those and go to enhance, lighting, brightness, and bring the brightness down so it looks more natural, something like this. That looks good, and we like that. So look at that, it's looking pretty good. And finally, I want to make it a little bit darker below her knees, her foot, and her hands, so it looks like there's a much darker shadow there. I'm going to make a layer way on the very top. I picked the black, picked the brush, a nice soft brush. This 500 point looks pretty good. I'm going to just do that. Boom. Just touch it up a little bit there. And that should do it. The reason I had to cover it like that was to get this softness going. Now we're going to erase the parts that we don't need, so we lessen the effect. Grab our eraser, make it a nice small eraser like 10 point. I'm going to zoom in and basically trace her knees and her hand with the eraser. Once I got that drawn out, I'm going to go ahead and make that 100% so I know what it is that I want to cut out beyond that. Grab our lasso and just lasso everything else out that we had cut out before. Hit delete. And that's going to give us a nice drop shadow. Turn all our layers back on. And there it is. All we got to do is take the opacity on that top layer and lessen it. And there you go. All you got to do is grab your cropping tool. And let's go ahead and crop this nice picture out. And right around here. Hit OK. And we got us our superhero landing photo. All ready to go for the client. This is Rich, calling it quits for this tutorial saying, over and out.